Hey y'all, it's Candace with Slusher Consulting. Today I want to talk about marketing as a new agency owner. The question I get the most often is, there's advice everywhere. Everybody has ideas and big promises about what marketing is going to do for me, but where do I even start? So of course, the short and cheesy answer to that is start where you are. And that's true. Start where you are, both knowledge-wise and physically. So if you don't know anything, cool. You have a clean slate, and that is lots and lots of room to gather information and learn about the other organizations in your community who can refer to you. The other way I say start where you are is physically start where you are. So get out the old Google search engine, or if you're in a state where there's a lot of licensing, like I'm in Texas and we have a provider search so that I could pull up a zip code and look for the home health or the hospice or the assisted living or anybody that has a license through HHS, I can find with their address. And so I could start in one zip code and make a list of the places that I want to go visit and go to the next zip code and the next zip code, which is smart anyway for your gas mileage and your time and traffic and all that. So for sure, start exactly where you are. My first recommendation is always to go visit the assisted livings. Just pick a few because they're going to have a marketing spiel, right? You're going to schedule an appointment for a tour. You want to go visit their facility. You're going to say, I'm a new home care agency in town, and I'd like to learn more about the resources and community options for potential clients because I'm going to be able to help somebody, but not everybody. And some of my clients are going to need to eventually move on to a facility. So I'd like to be aware of what those options are. Now, there are placement agents and organizations that can take care of that for you. It's not your job necessarily, but sometimes your clients will ask you, if you've identified it's time. Anyway, that's a whole nother video. But what you're asking for is a tour. You want to learn about what these people offer. So you're oftentimes going to be touring with their marketer. Sometimes one of their managers or directors or department heads will be showing you around. And hopefully it's somebody who is just talking and giving you information because we're more interesting when we're interested, right? So 2 ears, 1 mouth, we listen twice as much as we talk. So you're going to ask them about their organization, how long they've been in business, what type of building they are, what is the type of level of client that they take, or resident, they call them residents in facilities. Maybe talk a little bit about activities, if they have a memory care unit. Just try to figure out what's special about them. And all the time, while you are listening to understand and learn, because remember, your cup is empty, so you're filling it up with as much information as possible, but you're also kind of listening for opportunities where you may be able to help them solve a problem, okay? Because everyone just wants to know how you can help them. That's the bottom line in marketing. How can you help them? How can you make their lives easier, their jobs easier? And so you're just going to be listening for opportunities for when you may be able to say, that might be an area where my organization can help. In general, you're not going to just list out everything you do. You're going to hand them a brochure and or a business card, and that's going to list out everything you do. They know what you do. You're probably one of many in your community. So you don't need to bore them with the details about how you can give somebody a shower. They don't care about that. What they care about is how you can make their jobs easier. So you're going to start, I just say start with non-medical assisted living facilities. They serve the same type of clientele that you do. And that's a good way to partner. You can also ask about ways, maybe you can sponsor an event that they're having. Maybe you can co-market. Maybe you can provide something to them and let them know initially, I'm interested in working with you and see how that goes. And you're not always going to make a connection, but that's okay. If you do, you do. If you don't, go back in 6 months because a lot of those assisted livings especially have a pretty high turnover. So you might get to meet somebody different. Or maybe they already have somebody that they use, and that's okay too. The big thing about marketing is understand that you're going to get a lot of rejection and don't take it personally. It's never about you. They're very, very busy. So start with assisted livings in your whole area, maybe every zip code surrounding your office. Then maybe go to rehab facilities and apply that same principle. I like to do sort of a blitz on all of one kind of entity because it allows you to really absorb and learn what it is that they do and what differentiates each one of them. And then also you'll kind of get a specific spiel that you're going to say or talk about when it comes to assisted living. Then you're going to go do rehab facilities. That's sort of the next level up, right? Or long-term care nursing type facilities. Then maybe you're going to visit all of the hospices or the home healths and independent livings, of course, but you'll have to Google those. You can't really find them on a licensing list because they don't have regulations most of the time. And so that's kind of where I say to start. But the good thing is it's okay if you don't know anything. You're there to learn. And everybody else likes to talk about themselves, right? So that's going to be your starting point. If you're just not sure what to do next, go ask questions. Go learn about other people. Find out how they help and identify. You also can learn a lot from these professional marketers who have had lots of marketing training, or they work for a large corporate organization. That's going to be a lot of help to you to listen to how they speak and what some of their language is. And maybe you can pick that up. It does kind of raise up your own level. And of course, you want to have your elevator speech. You just don't want to drone on and on about what you do, because that's not going to get you in the door. That's not going to get them talking to you, which is what allows the trust factor in the know, like, trust. Okay. Scheduled to go back if you'd like, if you're able to make a connection and can figure out what the next step is. But if you're just looking where to start, literally start where you are. I know nothing. I know no one. I'm going to go meet people. If you can do 2 or 3 in a day at the beginning, that's okay, because it is hard. It's not just time-wise, but it's kind of emotionally taxing when you're first learning that. So don't beat yourself up for not making 10 marketing calls in your first day. That's okay. You're going to get there. You'll get wherever you need to be. The other thing to always know is, especially when you start marketing, don't go on Mondays and Fridays to pretty much any facility unless you're invited to be there, because facilities are busy catching up from the weekend, getting ready for the weekend. And as are you, and as you will be, you'll end up doing a lot more operations on Mondays and Fridays. So usually it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays that are reserved for marketing, and not too early. A lot of companies have a stand-up meeting or something in the morning, so you won't want to go before 10 o'clock, and you'll want to not go again after 3:30 or 4, just to make sure that you're respecting everybody's time. So good luck to you. I hope this works out.